Hey guys, welcome to the Advanced Free Digital Marketing course. So today we are going to learn about how to set up a website, and in fact we are going to practically set up a blog for ourselves. So just decide upon a niche and let us set up a blog for ourselves. This is one of the very best way to learn digital marketing as well. I have started my digital marketing journey by setting up a blog and working on its SEO, working on its social media management. Most of the people who I know have started their journey like this. Almost 98 99% of the people have started their journey by setting up a blog for themselves and working on it and slowly building the traffic on that blog. So let's get started. So in this video, we are going to learn the basics of the website. What do you need to set up the blog? And finally, by the end of the video, we are going to set up a website as well. So let us look at how to set up a website. What do you need to set up a website? You need actually three things to set up a website. You need a domain name, you need a hosting, and you need a CMS. Now, for the people who don't know what is domain name, let us understand that as well. It's very simple. I hope most of you know what is domain name. You might have seen, let me just go to, you might have seen google.com, you know. So google.com is a domain. It's a domain name. Okay, facebook.com, that is a domain name. Yahoo.com, that is a domain name. Now there are, a domain name is a unique name of a website. If I'll tell you in a simple language, it's a unique name of a website. If you register a domain name, nobody else can register exact same domain name. So there are a few examples. Let's look at google.com. Okay, so google.com, that's a domain name. .com is an extension. There are different kinds of extension. Com is a commercial. .in India, country-wise, extensions are there. .us, .uk, all these are countries extension. .org organization. .net is their network. So there are multiple different kinds of extension these days. .design, .agency, new extensions are coming up. .com is the most popular because human mind, we whatever whenever somebody says a domain name, we by default we think it is a .com. That's why it is also one of the costliest one domain name. Not much as compared to others. It might cost you a double the price, whereas .in is going to cost you a little cheaper than .com. .org is going to cost you again little cheaper than .com. But these are the extensions. Whatever the extensions you want, you can go ahead with that. Now let's say let's keep google.com. Let's say that it's not a company right now. Nobody has registered google.com. Let's say I registered google.com. Okay, now you cannot register google.com on your name, but you can register google.in or do google.org. So these are extensions. People can register different extensions, but one cannot register the same extension with the same unique domain name. Now you also see that there is something called www. That's nothing but a subdomain. www is the most generic subdomain. You might also see web.google.com sometimes in a domain name. You see in.google.com, So these are subdomains. Once you register a domain, you can create multiple subdomains out of it. You don't need to pay for that. Then you see HTTPS, HTTPS, or you sometimes you see HTTP. That's nothing but prefix. Hypertext transfer protocol secured. S is secured. If S is not there, that means the connection is not secured. So we are going to get into that later, but these are the domain names. How do you register a domain name? You can register it from GoDaddy. Just go to godaddy.com, and there are many providers, not just GoDaddy. You can go ahead with any domain name providers. So these are providers which can help you register a domain name. We're going to come to that, but let us just go to the next step right now, which is web hosting. So you need a domain name. Let's say you register a domain name, you also need a web hosting. Domain names are generally registered for 1 year. Okay. I've never seen a domain name registered for 6 months, 3 months. It is generally for 1 year, and then above you can also register it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Web hosting. Now, what is web hosting? Web hosting is nothing but you rent a space online to keep the files of your website. Why? Why do you rent a space online? Because you want your file to be accessed 24 by 7. Okay, that's why you rent a space online. So there are multiple ways of renting a space online, which are, you might have heard about web hosting, shared hosting, VPS, dedicated server, cloud hosting. All these are the different, you know, ways of renting a space online. Now, what is hosting? It's very simple. You one machine, many people are sharing, many websites are being hosting on one machine. Okay, it's you are sharing your website with other websites as well in one machine. That's nothing but shared hosting. It is going to cost you very less, obviously, because you are sharing the space with other people. It's, if you take an example, it's similarly like you're sharing a room or an apartment with other people. What happens? A rent is going to be divided among everyone. VPS, VPS is nothing but one machine is divided into different blocks, and that each and every block is, you will have access to that. So, for example, VPS, what is VPS? Full form, virtual private server. So, let's say you have rented a apartment and there are four people in it. So like if there are four rooms, four of them can occupy each and every room. You will have privacy, obviously. It's a common apartment, but you will have some privacy here. So that's again, if you take in VPS terminology, it's again nothing but uh, it's a private server for yourself. It's a virtual private server, though it is in one machine only, but you will have your RAM, you will have your space, hard disk, everything of your own. So that's nothing but VPS. Then dedicated server, whole machine you can rent for yourself. That is dedicated server, which means whole apartment you can just rent for yourself. And then comes the cloud hosting. Hosting, you might have heard about Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, all these clouds are there. These are online spaces where you can install your machines, okay, and you can run your website on those machines. But for the start, we are going to go with the cheapest option, which is share hosting. I think that is enough for us right now. Then comes the third thing which we need is CMS, content management system. There are multiple CMSs. Okay, you might have heard about one of the very popular one is WordPress, which I have learned first. You know, there is Drupal, there is Wix. You might have heard about Squarespace, Shopify is there, Magento is there, and then there are many others. But most popular one is WordPress. One third of the total world's website are on WordPress. If you, so that's a lot many websites. Okay, and that's this is, I think WordPress is one of the very easiest one also. Easiest, I would not say, yeah, it's easiest, but it's also very since many people are using it, so you can find many plugins or many themes for this, a tool on online. So we are going to use WordPress. WordPress is a content management system which can help us, create website just with the help of few clicks. So this is how we set up a website. Now let's come to the practical part. Now let's understand how do you register a domain name. For name registration, I would recommend you to, either go with GoDaddy, or if you want to do it separately, you can go with them, or you can just directly go with Siteground also. It's one of the very best, hosting or domain name provider. I've been using it for years now, and I have never had a complaint with SiteGround. And if you check out reviews also online, Siteground stands on the top. So you can go just, you can go with a web hosting plan of it, or you can go with, WordPress hosting also. It's almost, both the plans are almost same. Let's go with the web hosting. Web hosting plan, startup plan is going to cost you around almost $7 a month, where it is just going to give you one website. But mostly people go with Grow Big because there is no limit on the websites. You can host multiple websites on, with this plan. And yeah, so if you are planning to create a website, use the link in the description. You will find a discount for a year with that link also. Uh, if you cannot afford this much, you can also go with hosting a .in. .in or .com, depending upon location you are in. You can go ahead with that. I'll just go with .in for now. So this website can help you provide, the hosting or domains, probably the hosting on a very cheaper prices. You can see here special offer 119 per month. I don't think it's 119 right now. They probably will offer you to buy it at least for 1 year or 2 year. Then only you might get 119. You can check it out here. So for a beginner, if you're not very serious about your website which you're trying to create right now, you can go ahead with this hosting provider, or you can go ahead with GoDaddy as well. They do have some problems, so I would recommend just going with SiteGround. For if you're serious about the project which you're working on, the website which you're working on. Else, these can provide you the cheaper prices as well. So let's go ahead with SiteGround. Let's say you want to go ahead with Grow Big. Obviously, this is one of the best plan here. So let's go to Get Plan, and then it says register a new domain. If you don't have a domain name, you can just directly register with them. You can choose this option. If you already have a domain name register, for example, you have already registered domain name with Hostinger or GoDaddy, so you can choose this option and put the domain name which you have registered with them. So you can link that domain name also. Linking and all I will let you know later. So let's say we want to register a domain name. We don't have a domain name. So let's say I want to go ahead with a new domain name. So Nikhil, probably I'll go with training, or yeah, Nikhil training. I'll go with a cheaper option, online dot. Well, I don't have to keep here. I think I will have to choose it from here. So I will go with, do I see online here? I don't see online. Just a sec, let me just check. I'll find online. For now, let's just go with .co.in. So that is also, 14.95. It gives me. It's better to go with .com only then. So .com 15.95, the same one. Let's go click on proceed. Now it is giving me to fill up few fields: email, password, confirm password, country, first name, last name. Just fill out all these details, and then your card details here. And then finally it is asking us the hosting services plan. Which plan? Obviously we chose Grow Big. If you want, you can go ahead with any other plan. If you change your mind, let's stick to Grow Big only. Data center, you can change your data center also. Right now it's chosen as Asia, Singapore. You have USA, Australia, UK, Germany, Europe, all these data centers where your websites are going to be hosted. So I'll probably go with, for now, Australia, sorry, Asia. Let's go with that only. Period. If you go with 12 months plan, it is going to cost you $999 per month. You can use the link in the description to get this discount. Also, it is, if you don't, normally it is costing you around $25 a month. So total bill, you're saving here, and your bill is around $119.88. That's what is your bill. If you choose and go with 1 month plan, straight away it is going to cost you around 29.99 per month, which is obviously, it's better to go with 12 months plan here. And come down, so you are buying a domain name, so total price here is around 135 USD with the domain name and hosting for 12 months. Domain names are also generally registered for whole 1 year, and hosting also which you're buying is registered for 1 year. So total package for 1 year, $135. And once you're done filling everything, just click on pay now, fill the details and finish the purchase. I'll meet you after finishing the purchase on the other side. So once you have purchased on SiteGround, you just need to come to website section, and under website you will just need to come to website. So this will be the screen it will going to show you. This is going to be the dashboard. You just need to click on new website here to install your new website. Since you have already purchased the domain name with SiteGround itself, you are just going to choose existing domain here. If you have not purchased, if you have just purchased the hosting, you want to purchase a new domain, you can go ahead with this option here, select. So for now, we are going to go with existing domain, and we'll put your domain name here, which we have purchased. I'll just put training.online. Yeah. So this is my domain name. I'll click on continue, and it is going to give me a warning here because this domain is not registered with SiteGround. I haven't registered it with the SiteGround, so it is asking me to change my DNS settings so that it points to SiteGround. So I'll let you know what is that. So for now, you will not get this option because you have purchased your domain with SiteGround itself. So for now, let's click on continue, and then it is going to ask us this option, start new website or migrate your website. You can migrate your website also, existing websites, or if you are doing it for the first time, you can just select start a new website. Choose a application to install. Obviously we will go with WordPress since we want to create a WordPress website. For example, if you're looking for to build a e-commerce website, you can go with WordPress plus WooCommerce. This is another best combination here. I'll go with WordPress, select this option. It is asking us to put the login and password here. Make sure you remember this login and password because this is what you're going to use almost every time. So I'll just put the name, login and password here. Done. And just click on continue after that. And it is asking us, would you like to add site scanner? We don't need that for now. Just click on finish. And it'll take 2 minutes. I'll skip this video once it is done. So here we are all done. So it says the website is ready, but it says you need to point your domain to SiteGround. Obviously this option is for me only because my domain is registered with Hostinger for now, because I was not able to find .online on SiteGround. I wanted that, so I went ahead and purchased it with Hostinger. If you have purchased your domain name with SiteGround itself, you don't need to do this step. So let's understand this extra step also. How do I do it? How do I change my DNS? So I'll just need to copy this. Oh, let me just copy that. Well, if I'm able to select it, yeah. So I just need to copy this, go to my Hostinger account, find my domain. So this is my domain. I'll just need to go to DNS and change my name servers. Use Hostinger, no, change my name servers, put the new name servers. it was ns1 and the another one is ns2. Let me just have a look. Was it ns2? Yes, almost everything is same. Fine. Done. Save it. Oh, it says invalid name servers. Probably let me just do it again. Oh, probably it is saying because they are in uppercase. So I'll just keep it in lowercase. Let's see that. NS1 Siteground 264. Siteground264.com. Probably. Let's try that. NS2. Yeah. So it's not taking uppercase, but if you put it in lowercase also, it works out. It said it'll take 24 hours, but probably it'll just take probably 1 hour or 2 hour to get it updated, or sometimes just take 5-10 minutes also. So we'll give it some time to get updated, and once it is updated, we are going to see our website here. As I said, you don't need to do this step if you have purchased your domain name with SiteGround itself. Both your hosting and domain name is with SiteGround. You don't need to do this step. Since my domain was with Hostinger, I needed to point this domain to SiteGround, which is why this extra step here. I'll meet you once this is pointed. Like for example, how do I know it is pointed? You will just need to access your website, Nikhil training dot online. If you go to that website, right now it says it is parked, but it is going to show you a very dummy website here on this domain. Then you know the domain is pointed. It'll take some time, so I'll meet you once this is done. I'll keep refreshing it, and I'll meet you once I do see that my name servers are pointed to SiteGround. So here we are after almost 12 hours. It took 12 hours to get the domain name link to the hosting. But now when I refreshed it, now I can see my website here. It's just a basic template, on WordPress right now. We will go into and customize this template and look our website, make our website very pleasing and very good design. So stay tuned for that. You can watch the next video for that. Basically, this is our website, and if you go back to your SiteGround hosting and click on Site Tools here, so this is the area or the dashboard where you can customize many different things here. So I'll also go into these things, few of these things which are important for us to understand, which we will be using here in the next video. But for now, let's just understand one thing, is that how do you log into your website? How do you log into the backend of your website? For that, you can just type your domain name /wp hyphen admin. If you type that, it will take you to admin login page. Okay, and then just put in your email ID and password which you have entered just a few minutes ago, and click on login. It will take you to the back end of your website. For this, I will make a part 2 of this video where we will be customizing the website and make it much more good looking. For this video, that's all. I will meet you in the next one. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, hit a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, you can drop those questions in the comments below. I would love to answer them. Thank you so much. Bye bye.